People are
We are here. We are back. Welcome to another edition of episode of Bedroom
Topics, baby.
Oh, say that again. You just made my heart blush. Skip a B. Skip B. Welcome everybody to another edition of Bedroom Topics. We are here. We are live.
We are lit. As always.
Lit in the Holy Spirit, not lit in the way y'all might think, but this will be a great show. We do have guests here in the building. We got Pastor T, and I'll tell you the other guests. But before I get into this show, hey baby, how's everything must go?
I'm good. Just making sure our TikTok friends can see us. Hey, peoples out there. Everything is going good. Can you guys hear us? Are we loud? Are we clear? Can you guys hear us? Let us know. Let us know that we are loud. We are clear. But I had a great week. You know, things as usual, normal. You know, normal
Kathy,
stuff.
what up? We see you, Kathy.
Yeah, normal stuff. Work.
Okay. What up, my guy?
Shout out to my peoples at Phil's Corner Dartini. It was Saturday night at Blend on Dorchester Ave, so that was really nice. It's like a fundraiser for the board that I'm on in Phil's Corner Main Street board, so that was super nice. You know, drinks was flowing, people were talking, food was going around, and it was a really nice vibe. It was really good to be around other community leaders and just hear about what they do for the community that you don't get to hear about on a day-to-day basis. So that was cool. And then today was just got to spend time with my niece, babysat my niece today, and she has become very much of a handful, that she's 1.5. And yeah, she thinks she's like 21. She'd be talking to me, yelling at me and stuff. But it was fun. It was nice. It was enjoyable. What about you?
Me, this weekend I got out. I had to take my son to basketball practice this week. And before then, he volunteers and helps out Mitch and a lot of things that Mitch do in the community. And just see all the young ladies. I think he had like 60 girls in the gym this weekend, so it was dope to see a free dope program in the community that's going on based on the time that we are struggling and need. And then, after that, I ain't do nothing.
What did we do Friday, though?
Oh, we took our son out on a double date.
Yes, we did a double date.
And a lot of things I had to realize that I have to do better as a father with, teaching a young man responsibilities and things like that. So, that's another show for another day.
Yeah. But it was fun. We had a good time.
But just quick fast, fathers, please make sure you take these young men out and show them routine of how to treat a woman, how to pay for things, how to open doors, how to stand on the right side of the street. These things are important because our youth feel lost and not being taught, and I got to do better.
Shout out to you. You did a good job too Friday.
Yeah, but other than that, I'm going to bring the guests. My man Pastor T and First Lady Mind Your Business is in the building. All right, she ain't getting on camera.
I'm gonna let you speak that on my life.
Yeah, First Lady is in the building. She can't come on camera today due to what she got going on, which is positivity in the community. So we're gonna keep her as Mind Your Business.
Okay, I can say hi.
Yes, you can say hi. How y'all beautiful people doing?
We're well. How you doing?
I'm great. I'm thriving.
Okay.
Feeling good.
Okay, well, let's get right into the show. As we know, I brought these people here for a reason, not for a season. But let's get right on for our treason. The first reason why I brought you up here because I would love to enlighten me on some grown man conversation.
Okay.
Things that men struggle in relationships. And I'm just going to mention something to you. You just tell me the first thing that you think, and then we'll go around the table and we'll go from there. So my first question for y'all is, before committing to a relationship, do you feel like you have to come whole versus in pieces? I'm going to say it again. Before committing to a relationship, do you feel like you have to come whole versus in pieces?
My first thought is, if you thinking that you in pieces, then there's an issue right there. You might not even want to be considering yourself ready for a relationship. Pieces, I mean, if you're comparing it to wholeness and pieces, the fact is we are whole, like we're whole beings. So there's certain things that we've experienced in our lives that may have left us feeling with a little bit of brokenness, the feeling of it, but the reality of it is that we aren't. So if we're in a space where we want to be in relationship, with someone else, I think that the first step is recognizing that you are whole. That's that confidence that you got inside, and that's what you want to bring into any relationship.
Interesting. Okay. Miss Mind Your Business First Lady, talk to me.
I mean, I feel like we're all made of beautiful pieces. So there have been times before I got into a relationship where I felt like, you're not ready. I'm not where I want to be. But, you meet somebody, you connect, and those pieces of yourself like really just, make you who you are. So I feel like, we're all who we are, and we're holy. So
What's your thoughts?
Well, I would like to enter,
And before you say something, put in the comments how y'all feel.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Hi, I'm Adisa. Shout out to the people that are watching. Dr. K is on. Kathy. Hi, guys. I would prefer, if I was entering a relationship, to be whole. And I would prefer my spouse to come to me whole. Because when I think about coming to somebody in pieces, that means that there's still a lot of things that you as a person need to work on. And you don't want to bring that trauma, I would say, that trauma into something that's new, with that person, especially if the person that you're courting, or that word, that person.
It's a trigger word.
She's trying to provoke me. She's trying to provoke me. I said I'm gonna behave today. Don't provoke me.
Or whoever you're creating a connection with, especially if they're healed. If they're healed and they're whole, and you come in pieces, not to say that they may not be able to help you become whole, but that may be a lot of work. So I think, for most people, they would prefer a whole person.
Yeah.
I'm really struggling with, and I don't want to say disappointed, because that's not the word I'm looking for, but I think I'm baffled, because it's nothing wrong with coming in pieces. Sometimes coming in pieces, somebody can help you put that puzzle together. Sometimes a relationship that you came out of can really destroy you, where mentally you might feel physically you whole, but mentally really not whole, because you're battling with demons of your past trauma, right? So sometimes it's okay, and I don't want people to feel like we have to shy away from being in pieces, like, and saying, you know what, I'm not in pieces, so I shouldn't date. That's not fair to them.
Yeah.
So, I feel like if you are in pieces, it's okay to date, because sometimes it takes that right person to put that piece to the puzzle in the right place at the right time. And I don't want nobody to feel like, because you're not whole, or you don't have everything that you might feel like what you want to be at in life, is going to stop you from loving somebody else and giving somebody else that opportunity. That's why we have a lot of miserable men out here nowadays, because a lot of women put a lot of pressure on themselves to become whole, and not realizing your pieces is just as precious as your whole. Your pieces could be my piece to my puzzle. That's why Adam made Eve, the rib from a man, right? But once he lost that piece, he lost himself. So once you find yourself in a piece, it's okay to still love, but you don't always got to come home.
Yeah.
You want to say something? Come on, talk to me.
I love that we both, like on both sides of the tables, we have the perspective that is kind of saying different things, but still saying the same things. Like you're saying it differently, but I do agree that there are different aspects of ourselves that may have, gone through trauma or gone through things. But it's also perspective. So when I say whole, like, I know what issues I've had in a past relationship that I'm willing to work on repair, in doing again in another relationship. I mean, in trying again to reestablish connection for those pieces. But I still, it's a perspective that I am whole, because the other thing is, I'm gonna go ahead and pull them right into this. Christ. I'm a believer. So what I believe is, I know that we all fall short as humans, but in the supernatural sense, he is the Redeemer. So he helps us get ourselves together. And if we feel as though we are together through Christ, we're able to come together with our pieces and still, flourish. So.
I can't even throw a jab back and see you hit me with the hit right in the face with Christ. Like Christ is there. Bow! Like, don't say something else. All right. So I'm glad you said that, right? Because, these are warm-up throwaway questions I've got to get y'all into what I need to talk about, right?
Yeah.
So what's more important in a relationship, communication or physical touch? And I'll start with you.
I'm gonna say communication first. Excuse me.
Elaborate.
If I feel like if we cannot communicate with each other to some degree, right? We can't communicate to each other, then what comes after that? There's nothing else that's gonna come after that because we're at each other's heads. We're not seeing eye to eye on things. There's too much conflict because we can't seem to communicate with each other or talk to each other. People become distant and things like that. So for me, I like a communicator. I like to talk about things. I like to talk things out. I like to figure out what's going on, what's wrong, so we can try to fix it, or if it's fixable, fix it and, move forward. Physical touch is physical touch. Just, I can always, that kind of comes, I think that kind of just comes with it. You know what I mean? Like you can not communicate with somebody and touch them and have a physical thing with them, right? Because that's just what it is. But communication goes a lot deeper for me.
Okay. What about you?
I would say communication. One, because if I'm not communicating, or if, let's say we're I don't always want to say we're on rocky path, but just if there is an instance where if you're not communicating, and I go ahead and I try to touch you, you might you might hit me like, yo, get off of me. Yeah. And that's a whole nother thing. So I think being able to communicate verbally and non-verbally lets you know if it's all right. You know what I'm saying? There's permission to physically touch you.
Yeah.
First lady, talk to me.
Those two things are so different. I feel like you need both, but definitely communication is the core of everything, But I do enjoy physical touch, so I think that's important. I think that's a form of communication in and of itself. You can have a whole language around a physical connection with somebody, and just be on the same page without words. And on the other end of the spectrum, you can be with somebody who likes to talk and overly talk, and you still not feel something. So I think that the communication, y'all just have to be aligned. Yeah, that makes sense.
Do y'all think prayer is necessary to maintain a relationship?
Prayer is it's necessary for me to maintain any relationship. Some people, exist. I've coexisted. I've gone through life without prayer in my relationships, and I'm not saying that's the reason why things are what they are, but I know that in this relationship, prayer is really important for me first, because I'm putting God first, and then being able to go to her with things allows me to do it with a clear mind. So that's important. Yeah.
First lady, talk to me.
First lady, I like that. This is the first relationship where we've practiced prayer together, and it's different. It hits different, and I think it's necessary for me in my relationship with God, and it helps me connect with other people. It helps me connect with my partner in a healthy way, and it's just kind of like the self-talk where it's like, when I'm falling short, when I feel agitated, when I'm feeling upset and I don't know what the words are, it's like, help me in this moment. Just communicate what I really want to communicate, and put my own thoughts to the side, because sometimes from my past experiences, you can lean in. I've leaned into certain negative talk that isn't from a loving place. So I feel like prayer has helped me tap into a loving part of myself that kind of puts things to the side, you know.
So my question. Oh,
I was gonna
That's
say
a lot.
prayer. I mean, no, it's fine. I'm praying for me. Calms my ass down when
Yes.
I'm going before God. That's what it
Yes.
does for me. So it's necessary for me. For me to take a time out and say, God, help me through this right now, because I'm about to wring his neck.
Yep.
Please help me.
let me
I
ask
love
you
you though,
just
baby.
just random question.
Tyler, the communication and the physical touch. I see that.
See what I did there, right?
See, just random question before I get into my next topic. Why when you pray to God, I gotta hear it?
Oh yeah, that's
go through that?
silent prayers is important.
Yes,
silent
I do
prayers
have my
is
silent
important.
prayers. I do my silent. I'm practicing that more.
Because sometimes that could just be a way to just backdoor talk that. We don't want to backdoor talk it. We want to find it in ourselves and in private, and then be able to come through clear.
I'm working
Not
on it.
loud
I'm
and clear.
working.
Do you do that as well? And I'm not
The
trying to
silent
compare.
prayer?
No, like when you talk to God, like you know how us men seem to mess up. Do you go from like God, I can't stand, but please help me, like that's normal for women.
Yeah.
Why do we have to hear it? I'm just curious. If y'all
Oh
talking
no,
to God,
you haven't heard me.
Nah, out loud.
No, that's.
I mean the
personal.
thoughts
That's-
out loud, but not the prayers out loud.
all right. So I just have to ask you something. Just man to man. I know I spoke to you about the mind, body, and soul one day, and you was just talking about loving and not being engaged right away, and being celibate and to being tuned, right? I always wanted to ask you: are you practicing celibacy in your new relationship? And how is it working out for y'all?
That's a great question.
That's a great question.
That's a great question. We're practicing. We're practicing abstaining. We want to wait to marriage. I think that it's super important. One, because just in our own personal journeys, I'm gonna speak for myself. There was a point in time where I felt like I had been messing up, or I want to do right, right? And that could be in a relationship, but for myself, because I could not be in a relationship and still be messing up. So I needed to center it within myself, and that was my relationship with God. And doing right by God first, looking at the word and looking, at what it says, that's just something I'm not supposed to be doing, right? And it's not easy because we men, right? And a lot of times we're led by physical, we're led by our sexual desires and everything. And I know that's something that I had been led by, I led with that for a long part of my adulthood. So why not just shift it up, man? Let me see, let me try it, and I introduced it to First Lady, and I was nervous. At first I was like, I don't know if this might be the thing that breaks us up, because of the physical aspect of a relationship, any relationship. And without that, and with the absence of it, what would happen, And as nervous as I was about it, introducing it, I felt that it was important, because I said, God, if this one isn't for me, then you're going to show me through this. But I want you to help me through this. And she embraced it. And that was like a breakthrough right there. And I, at that point in time, I've really been in my prayers about breaking through things and breaking through barriers. So being able to just lock in like that and really kind of try to tap in on my physical, the physical desires and lustfulness and stuff like that. Some of the things that I've battled in the past, that's been my journey. That was part of my journey, and it was tough. but we've been working it through.
Can I ask you, First Lady,
Mm-hmm.
as a woman, and you know you did state like physical touch is something that is important to you. You
Yeah.
think both is important.
Mm.
When he brought it to you the first time, were you like, dude, are you crazy? Or like, like, hold
Yeah.
up, because wait a minute, you know? Or were you just instantly off rip, like, yes, I'll definitely do it? Or, you know, did it take some
Yeah.
time? Like, how was that transition for you?
No, that's a great question. It's been a journey. Just to be clear, because he didn't mention it, Pastor T didn't mention it, but our relationship we had physical intimacy in the beginning.
Oh.
So it's not
Damn,
like
it to
yes,
stop?
Yeah,
yes,
yeah,
so
It was like
Yeah.
it was in the
Yeah.
it was in the midst of it. Like, yeah,
That's
we had been
crazy.
together like almost a year.
It was like 10 months
Yeah.
into our relationship that this was proposed. So we knew what we were working with. You know what I mean? And it was all good. And you know, and when it was brought up, I embraced it because there was something that had happened that shifted with our friend group, and which brought us closer to God. And he brought this up, and I was like, and I was touched. I had never been, no man in my life has ever proposed this, and I embraced it because I was like, you know what? Since I started having sex at a younger age, like I realized like my body had never taken a break. Like I had never, I was never able to heal from, or give myself some space. So when he asked me, I was all for it. I knew that with the word, like this is something that would bring us closer to God, which it did. And it's been a journey. Like there has been, we backslid a couple times, like over the time, and but as time goes on, we've gotten stronger and we've gotten closer since then. I would say, because it really challenges you to be creative and connect in other ways.
Yeah,
So-
mind you, we living together
Yeah,
too.
we
So
living
let's be
together.
fully
We
transparent.
know
Like
it's-
we live together and we together all the time, and just the level of attraction has always been through the roof there. So it's super tough on me,
Yeah.
but it's but you know what I'm saying.
Yes, yes.
You're so welcome. You couldn't. He
Yo,
knows
first of all-
he
What
couldn't,
I'm
like-
curious. What prompted that right there?
I
What's
just-
that? What's
I
that
just
about?
humbly want to say this. Listen,
Oh, thank you, Janice. She says she really loves this segment. Our people are watching.
Yay.
Thank you, thank you.
I tip my hat off to you, beloved.
Word,
I
definitely.
tip my hat off to y'all. You know what I mean? And I say that in a positive way, because me, it's no way, a shape, and form I cannot wake up and look at my wife and not try.
That's your wife. That's different.
It's
a
different,
gift.
yo. The
We
gates is unlocked. Like y'all good. That's the other thing is y'all got the green light. That's
Yeah.
you good for that. See me, I'm not there yet.
We're not there yet.
We're just not there yet. It's on the way. This is for you. Called the first lady. You spoke that. We claim that absolutely. It's just not there. However, the matter of willpower is a thing that can always be examined within someone.
So, would you propose this for a married couple? Would you say,
Hold on, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Hold up, wait a minute. Hold on.
Yes.
Nah,
Wait
that's a good
a
question. That's a good
I'm
question.
not saying us. I'm just saying, like, would you
No,
propose?
that is a good question, because at the end of the day, sometimes, and please, I want to see you.
Well, I might.
Sometimes,
So they can hear me.
sometimes that could be a good thing. It could be a reset. I'm not saying that we need to try it.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? But sometimes they say if you go head first with the flesh, you'll miss out on the soul spiritually. So sometimes maybe don't try it. We good.
I'm just curious, like, would that be something proposed to a married couple? And, like, would it have to be in certain circumstances or out the blue type situation?
I would say absolutely.
Okay.
As a woman, you know, and it doesn't even have to be for that long.
Yeah,
but
that's what I was
like
saying.
even like even abstaining for a couple weeks, right? Even abstaining for a couple weeks, the physical touch, like when, you know, when the kiss is on the neck, you know, like things are heightened, your senses are heightened. It's like a reset, and you find pleasure in
Small
and
things.
just other things,
Yeah,
like,
other
you know,
things.
we're creative, like, you know.
Yeah, I would say.
To, you know, the
I would say,
massages are
yeah,
popping,
no.
like,
I mean, but it doesn't mean it's all hands. That's the thing. The misconception
Yeah.
is that it's hands off. We're talking about abstaining from sexual intercourse.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? There's still levels of intimacy that are important for a couple. A married couple, though, I wouldn't say, you know, all right, say we in there, we rings on, everything's good, and we decided, hey, babe, now she bring it to me because I brought it to her the first time. Now let's say she bring it to my doorstep, and I'm like, all right, we married, let's go. Nah, I ain't gonna. No, I'm gonna still find that challenge, and I'm gonna say, well, how long you thinking? You know, are we talking, you know, 2 weeks? Are we talking 30 days? Are we talking 45? Are we talking 60? Are we talking 90? We ain't going 6 months in a year. I don't see that for how we are.
Yeah.
But it's, you know, I'm definitely gonna be like, all right, let's discuss.
It's definitely a conversation.
It's definitely a conversation, and there has to be agreement on both sides. And
Yeah.
as a married couple, yo, it's definitely something that needs to be where it has compromise. It needs compromise, because if that's something that she want to do and you don't want to do that, and it's a forced type of thing, it's going to be resentment, or there's going to be some buildup. So it's like, all right, this is what I want to do. And then maybe the other side that might want to counter is like, all right, nah. But then there's the meat in the middle. I see you over
And just to back it up just a little bit, I'm thinking about in the beginning, Ms. J, to answer your question and the difficulties, that was there because for so long I associated love with sex with a man. So for so long, like my body, you know, sexual intercourse was something that was, you know, that's what my partner wants from me. That's something that I can give pleasure. That's what I know how to do. You know, this is how we connect. And to not have to lean on that, I was like, you know, there was some things that came up for me. I was just like, you don't want me? You know what I'm saying? Like, there was some things that were coming up for me that I had to look within to see, like, wait a minute, like, he's telling me that there are other parts of me that he wants and that he cherishes and that he loves. And I had to, like, you know what I'm saying? I had to do my own work to be like.
That's the word she said to you?
What?
There's other parts of the mind, body, it's like he has to cherish?
No, I mean, it's what I do naturally. Like, she's.
But I'm asking, did you verbally say them words?
Yeah, because she's.
Made me blush.
Oh, no.
Pause, no Diddy.
Yo,
let me ask my next question.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Oh, hold on.
Go ahead.
I can't. Oh, it says. Schneider said celibacy during marriage. Dirt. Well, he said Dirt looked like he about to stop the show.
I'm not going to stop the show, right?
Let's go.
Yo, Snyder, I ain't going to stop the show. You know, I got to, look.
Oh, man.
You got to have the will and grace of God. I'm just saying, I'm not there yet. I'm still a YN. In 2 months, I'll be an unk, you know what I mean? So I'm embracing my YN moments while I can, so I really got to turn over my card. So let me ask y'all this question. What spiritual things do y'all do when y'all go through sexual temptations? First, like, what do y'all do, like, to not have that urge together? What spiritual things y'all do? Everybody got quiet. I don't know.
No, it's not quiet. It's just, yo, we gotta think. Like, it's like, well, when we do have those urges, well, the question is,
what spiritual things do y'all do when y'all get the sexual urges?
You know what? At this point in time, it's not so much spiritual things that happen, because we understand that there are different things that come about. So, like, we have moments of intimacy where it may just be, you know, hand holding or physical contact that just doesn't go to the intercourse part. You know what I'm saying? So understanding that it might literally just be a natural thing and not a supernatural thing where it's, yo, take a deep breath. That thought might be that silent prayer with God, like, Lord, you know, God, like, you know what I'm saying? Please, Lord, in my mind, silently. And then it may cause some pause or some break, or, you know, sometimes you might, I got to use the bathroom. And then, you know how y'all, when y'all don't want to do something, you know, there's certain things that happen to kind of cause break for enough to realize that, all right, let me come back to my senses because this is the road that we're on. But like she said, there's been times where we have backslid because we hadn't prepared ourselves. So it's like it's a practice. So it's not like you just saying I'm celibate, all bets is off. You could say that, and then, you know, that lust come up on you, and it's a whole different ball game. You know what I'm saying?
You know, I must say, people in the comments are loving you guys. They're loving what you guys are saying right now. I don't know, guys. The ladies might be coming up with some,
This is the thing.
It's for the guys on my show now. Hold on now. I've been letting you sit here and I've been letting you rock. But hold on now. All right, listen. Practice. What we talking about? Practice. I gotta practice my. Wait, hold on. Enlighten me, because I'm saying, like, in my mind, if I feel like, if this is gonna be my forever, why can I not enjoy my forever? Because tomorrow's not a promise.
Because
hold on, I'm not. You can answer that because I let you have a platform past the time.
Absolutely.
At the time.
I appreciate it. Go ahead. Sorry about that.
You was cutting everybody. I mean, I'm like, let me.
Apologies. I'm
passionate
about this thing.
And I respect it, right? But what I want to understand is, like, see, you went through my question off.
Sorry, my apologies.
You said practice. You wasn't feeling the practice.
How you practice not to, and this is because it's food for all us men, because, you know, we always lead with emotions. If I can't go home and tell my lady I don't want it. You know what I mean? So how do you lead with practice? How do you tell your person, like, you know what? I'm practicing not to be tempted to you. But the whole goal is to find temptation in your partner, to love your partner forever, to death do you part, for better or worse. In my mind, I feel like it can be a mental thing for a man, or not could be a mental thing. So how do you practice to tell somebody, I'm trying to practice loving you in different aspects, when that should just naturally come genuinely? Go ahead, brother. Go ahead. Go ahead. You
Practice holding my thoughts. All right. So practice.
Sorry,
is
just quick, fast. Taylor-made voice. Please talk into the mic. I want to make sure we hear you.
Practice is literally just a form of doing. You know, it's something that you got to do. So the celibacy thing is an agreement that you're making, not only with yourself, but all right, from your perspective with my partner, that's something that it's a commitment that you're making together. So one big part that's going to always be challenged for men, you know, historically, generally speaking, not specifically, is the commitment thing. And we tend to shy away from commitment so much. And if we lean into it more, we're able to do things like that. We can go to the gym 2 a days and 3 times a week or whatever. And that's a form of commitment because we're doing it. We're actively doing those things. So if we, like for me, it started with the gym and working out. It didn't just start with, that was my boss level. That was like, you know, that was the boss level of for willpower and just commitment. But it had to start with little things like, walking away from, you know, temptations was, I put some fudge stripe cookies in the bag one day, and that's my favorite cookie. And the objective was to see the temptation and want it, but not feed into it and not take it and not eat it. And I did that for like 45 days, you know? That's practice. That's practice.
So you mean to tell me, if you're a lady, you guys are home, you're comfortable, right? Got a cute little pair of shorts on, little tank on, hair's up in the ponytail, natural beauty, and she's just walking around the house, just walking around the house or whatever. and you get tempted, you don't want to just snatch her up like, girl, come here. Like,
I need y'all to understand that I do. I'm a man, and I say it with full confidence that I'm attracted to my lady. Absolutely.
No, I don't doubt that.
Yeah.
I don't doubt that part, but I guess you're right. I guess the practice part, that's what comes in, because
it's also,
like, I can't walk past him, even if we're in the car. I can't walk past him now, like, I rub his back. He hates when I grab his
all
butt.
of that happens.
But all the time.
All that still happens.
We still cuddle, like we still kiss passionately.
Yeah, it all still happens.
So I'm glad y'all said that.
Okay.
It goes to my next question. Who enforces the rule more?
We have an understanding. So in the beginning, there was times where, it'd be like, how it'd be like that one, there'll be an instance or something that just like sets it off, right? I'm feeling as if, being the man in the relationship, being the one who initiated this whole thing to begin with, it's important that I lead, because I can say, that some of our sliding has come from my initiation, or just, me pressing into it and her submitting to it. You know what I'm saying? So the idea of submission is important. So it's really important that me as the man, especially the initiator for it, I keep myself and my composure, about the whole situation. So it's encouraging, and she presses on me too. She has pressed on me too. And I'm like, deep breaths. A whole lot of deep breaths.
That's just the day you just don't go to practice, right?
Yo, there's been no it's
You're
been
not going to practice that day.
like, and it's been like I would say what we said, it was like April. Like, we've been practicing this since April, right? And right now at this point, like 6 months, 7 months down the line, we're like in full swing of it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But yo, it's not easy.
So let me ask y'all this. Do you feel like practicing celibacy makes your mind, your body feel different than anything? Like, what's the experience like for y'all guys? And I'll let you go first, first lady.
Yeah.
Can you repeat that question?
Like, practicing celibacy,
Yeah.
it makes your body feel different? Because remember, and just go back to what you said. Back then, you used to leave. You used to have your moments.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But now that you're practicing celibacy, do your body feel different and adjusted to life, or like, how do you feel physically and mentally?
Well, like I said before, I feel my senses feel heightened. So when we do have other kind of physical touch, it feels magnified. You know what I mean? Like, that part feels good. I feel different in my body in the sense that I've gained like independence over it again. You know what I mean? And not to say that, we had a beautiful relationship, prior to practicing celibacy, but I feel like, I don't have to shave my legs sometimes, like if I want to just kind of like just be in my own space, I don't feel like I'm always preparing my body for somebody else. Like, I feel like I have space and time to just, put on my grandma panties and just chill and, be in my own space. Yeah. But also the difference of just feeling more connected to God. Look at you. What you I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm just being honest. So there's a certain level of like innocence. Like, we get to go to bed and just cuddle and watch a movie and just, sometimes you're tired. Like, in the past, like, I'd be tired and now there's just a certain level of respect that we have that just feels really good. Like, as a woman, that I get to appreciate again. Not to say I don't want my man.
Your cycle too?
Huh?
Like your cycle too?
Yeah. Yeah, but everybody practices that. So, I mean, you guys do practice celibacy. I mean, I think.
At least
once a month?
Maybe. Sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, there's no intercourse during, like, my cycle, but
Oh, you talking about this?
he's still getting pleased.
So let me. How do you feel as a man? Like, if the little boy in me came to you and said, you know, Pastor T, I've been busy all my life. I'm an active person. And you mentioned celibacy. What advice would you give me to make the mind, body, and soul to make me want to adjust and adapt to that?
It's mind over matter. Mind over matter, really, because there's been, you know, there's things that you can do that is willing, and then things. Can I share something with you?
Sure.
Nah.
Say what it is.
So I'm in a space right now where I'm willingly doing this, right? But there was a time where I wasn't doing the right things, and I ended up getting locked up. So that right there, in its sense, made me not have that access to that.
But you do.
I couldn't, and I still had to do that time. And we talking 4 years, 3 months. So the fact is that I went through that time without that.
So,
And that was by force. Mm-hmm. That was no choice. Now I'm out here and I want to have choice.
But here's the thing, though. You do know, as men, we do get older, right? Mm-hmm. And we don't have that same stamina, that same perspective when we get older. I mean, our 60s, 50s, you know, we're not further thinking that. Don't you think as a man right now, you would say, you know what? I know your mindset is I want to be married, which I respect it. I'm 110% more for marriage. But as a man, you would say, most men would think like, you know, as I'm getting older, I would want to have more intimacy versus less. Mm-hmm. What advice? And I'll start with you. Like, what advice can y'all give them? Like,
it's following the rules. It's being obedient. It's right there. Like, I can only if you don't prescribe to God, if you don't prescribe to, you know, Jesus Christ, then it don't apply to you. But if we're sitting at that table and you at my church and we having that conversation, I'm gonna say, yo, it talks about it. You know what I'm saying? The Bible talks about what's it?
Sexual immorality.
Yeah, sexual immorality. It talks about fornication. You know what I'm saying? So this is just what you're not to do, and this is, you know, think about the things that you do want to do, you know, in the world, or, you know, how you want to be and show up in the world. That thing is just one thing that is force-fed to society, you know, so it's really a societal conditioning. And once you break through that societal conditioning, you realize that it's really just, it's false. But this is only just following the rules, and you should be married, right? I'm going to encourage marriage. Premarital counseling, I'm all for that. When you're married, that's green lights. Do it all day. You know, that's it. But we're talking about mental preparedness for willpower, since that thing for men is literally one of the most heaviest things for us. Why not conquer that beast? Because once you conquer that beast, you can conquer everything. There's nothing. Once you master that part of yourself, there ain't nothing that you can't master, especially if you're rocking with Christ. Especially.
You know, I agree with what you're saying, but I think, you know, for you know, a lot of men, a lot of my friends or men that I know, you know, in my past and, you know, my circle and stuff like that, who have done time, right? Mm-hmm. Served time. To me, I feel like it is a little bit just easier because, like you said, it was by force. Like, I didn't choose. I'm choosing now to do it, but I already know that I can be without it because you had to be without it for a long period of time. Mm-hmm. You know, just like, you know, some of my other friends. So to them, they be like, oh, coochie don't mean nothing to me. I don't care. I can go, I went years without it. So it doesn't mean anything, but it doesn't mean that they're celibate either. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So how do you, you know, even for me, like, how do I tap into, he ain't gonna go for that, but how do you tap into, like, how do you tap into just besides God, besides being, you know, spiritual, because there's some people who may want to entertain this with their spouse, but they may not necessarily be all the way tapped into that side with God just yet, right? Let's hope that they get there, but they're not all the way tapped in yet, but they want to introduce us into their relationship. How would that even go about?
The little things.
What would you say?
Start with the small things. It's all practice. That's heavy level. That's heavy duty. That's what you aspire to, but it doesn't mean don't do it. So if you make little challenges for yourself, you know, I would say there's little things that you can do to prepare yourself for it. What you think, babe?
This may not even be answering the question. I'm thinking about the discipline part. I think that has been a big part of this. Like if you want to touch on the idea of, like, if he's able to abstain from having this lust or having desire for me, not to say that he doesn't desire me, but like if he's able to abstain from that and control himself and be disciplined in that, I feel confident in his ability to be disciplined and, you know, out in the streets with other women, because that has been like, you know, for many of my relationships, I've had my partner step out on me, and that's been a big issue. So does that make your mind make sense?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I get what
Nah,
you're saying.
it definitely does. I think if you're in relationship, building is right. Like, it's not even about the sex part. It's the discipline. It's if we take it right. I know this is bedroom topics, but if we just take it out of that context and look at discipline, that's where you apply it, and you apply it in smaller things to lead up to what the ultimate goal is. You can't be like, we in the gym and you like, yo, I'm gonna put 3 plates on this thing and just bench it. You know, you got to start, and you never did it before. You got to start somewhere. You got to start with nothing on the bar and get your reps right and get your form and get that together before you start adding weight.
So here's the thing, right? And I know I just gotta focus here, right? What happens, let's say another man that's listening to this, right? Let's say he follows your advice, and because you're giving some amazing advice, but let's say it doesn't work out for him. Let's say he tries the same thing, but now the same woman he gets with, he got married, he practiced celibacy, he got married, but now he realized the intimacy is not there.
Yeah.
No. It's just trash. Let me just call it what it is. It's trash. Like, there's no coming back to that now. It's like you what do you want him to do? Like what because men struggle like that. It's times when men try to find God and find themselves and find the one for them, but realize once they find God, once they got married, now it's too late. They married, ain't no turning back. They realize, I'm not happy in this intimacy. I'm not happy with the intimacy. I'm not happy. And some men are programmed to stay in a relationship and still be miserable without, with the intimacy. So it's like, what advice would you give us?
My first quick reaction, my first one was like, get out. But
get out.
Nah. It's like, all right, let's put it in the hypothetical where I meet someone and I'm already entered into celibacy. That means there's some level of practice that I'm already, exercising in my journey. And this person is accepting of me in that, and they're on the same page. That means we're both versed and we're both able to focus on things other than. That's not the focal point in our relationship. So the path to get married is not one where you're like, hey, yo, I'm practicing celibacy. I've been celibate for 2 years. Oh, you've been celibate for 2 years. All right, qualifications, let's get married. And then I don't like you, or the sex is trash after that. That doesn't, I don't think that's realistic.
It is, though.
I don't think so, because celibacy is not even it's not a common thing.
It's people that practice celibacy, got married, and still once they got married realized, you know what, I'm married, here go the moment. I'm not satisfied. It's not enough. It's this. It's that. It's normal. It happens.
It's gonna take work. I feel like that's to say that, like, even in a marriage, like, y'all ain't working towards your relationship and your intimacy. I feel like that's something that's always evolving, always changing, always requires work. Like, you're not going to keep doing the same little trick and then think that that's going to satisfy me for the rest of my life. Like, and I think that intimacy comes in other forms, right? Like, it's not just about the sex. It's about how you're treating me. It's about how we're communicating during the day. It's about how we're showing up for each other. It's about how, how great of a father you are. Like, that's a turn on to me. Like, there's things that, like, you're showing up, you're doing your part as a man. Like, these are things that attract me, and it takes work.
Okay, well, it's my favorite time of the show. All questions go for everybody. We'll keep them short and brief. If it's good, we keep it going. If not, I'll stop it. In a relationship, I'm going to start with you. Who's funnier?
You.
In your relationship, who's funnier? Who's funnier?
Yes.
Yo, I was just saying this today. She's funny, low key, like, but.
You're a jokester.
Yeah, I'll joke a little more.
Who's more emotional? You.
Yeah, I could say me. Yes. I am. Yeah.
What about you?
There be times where my emotions is heightened. I'll be like, I'll be sensitive sometimes, especially, but it's, yeah, because if I be in my prayer bag, I'm all the way up, and then the little thing can happen, and it'd be like, like she, eating a French fry while driving, I'm gonna spaz out. Like,
I'm sensitive. We went to go see a musical. I was crying.
She was crying. She cried.
Yeah.
It was a good musical though.
The song was beautiful.
It was.
Yeah. It was a love story. I'm a hopeless romantic.
Yeah.
Random. Did you cry when you heard Titanic?
Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely.
That Celine Dion was here, huh?
Random again. Favorite genre of music?
Man, I'm on right now. Gospel, Christian R&B, Christian rap is getting me. But I'm like naturally like a neo soul kind of guy.
Favorite kind of genre of music?
I like all. I don't have a favorite.
Favorite genre of music?
I love like 70s soul.
Definitely.
Like
Her music bag it elevated me. I'm like, wow, she got it. I like that. What?
Who is more emotional? I mean, I said emotional. Who's more playful?
You all day.
I'm very playful.
You all day.
Who's more playful?
I'm playful.
You're playful.
I'm playful.
What's one thing that you appreciate that you... No, I don't want to ask you that. What's one thing us men can do to continue to support y'all women?
In what way? Support in what way?
When it comes to... No, I'm just leaving broad. I'm going to leave it broad. What's one way us men can continue to support y'all women?
Is that who is that directed
To the ladies. Any lady
To the
want to answer
ladies.
first? Please talk to the mic, love.
I don't know. Just continue being, God-fearing men. Continue to, protect. Most important, I think that's a big one. Just continue to protect us women, all women too.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's that. I don't know. That's it for me.
I like her answers.
You on that?
God fear, protection. I think just checking in on your lady. Just seeing where she's at. Words of affirmation are always supportive. Yeah.
This question might sound evil, but it's really not. I promise y'all. What are some things y'all do to strengthen your relationship, but y'all enjoy seeing other people struggle? Mean it. Do you want me to clear it up? Do you want me to clear it up? Or y'all got it?
I get what you're saying.
Alright, good.
Like,
Lord,
you're saying like, what's one thing like y'all don't have to worry about that you see others like, I'm glad we ain't gotta go through
Right.
that.
Yeah.
I'm glad we ain't gotta worry about that. You know what I'm saying? Especially in your dynamic right now. So what's some things that you might notice and you be like, child, we ain't gotta go through that, honey.
How we disagree is really important. I think that the way I disagree with her, it isn't like, nah, don't run over what she say. It can be like, I love the way she'll disagree with me. She'll be like,
Once the come out, you already know. It's over. It's over.
Like,
I'm like, oh man, just do it. Just do it.
But I practice, and I definitely try to practice more not to be judgmental, just in general, because what may be visible, for one couple, we can't talk about that because we struggle in other areas too that may not be visible. You know what I'm saying? We may look like we got it all the way together, and we could have just been fighting, 2 hours ago, or disagreeing and just kind of putting on. But the way that we disagree, sometimes it take us a whole day to get through it or a couple hours. But I love that because we get to get it all out and come back to understanding instead of, back and forth and disagreement, and we just, separate, and then we come together for, physical connection, reconnection. I think that the way that we reconnect is really important.
Wow.
Hey, bestie.
I'm glad that we're past the stage of not being sure. When you're first dating somebody, you got one foot in, one foot out. You don't want to give too much because you're waiting for the other person to give. I'm so glad we're past that stage that. We've decided, we've chosen each other. We don't have nothing to hide. And sometimes when we see other couples kind of just showing up with fear, they don't want to take this next step in their relationship. I think that if they just give it a go, they'd be surprised. They'd be pleasantly surprised and where their relationship can take them instead of this hesitation. I feel like I'm glad we're past that stage of feeling hesitant, because from day one we was just all in.
Okay. Random question. Sorry, just popped in my head. Do you think being celibate is a part of courting?
Yes.
Elaborate.
Because I feel like a lot of women do this more than they think. How some women, or there was that book that's you need to wait 90 days before you sleep with somebody.
Don't Steve Harvey.
Yes.
Think like a man.
Yes.
Don't matter. He's not.
But he been married 4 times allegedly.
And it's not even about Steve Harvey. I'm not.
I still love you, Steve.
That's a old book, but I think that it could during the courting stage, right? If you rush into something there's no shame, there's no right. I've done that, been there, but I've also been on the other side that if you wait before you engage with somebody, you get to know them. Things start to unravel, right? But if you just jump into it, and you letting somebody, you're all intertwined. So sometimes that sexual connection can make you think that you have more feelings for somebody than what's actually really there, versus waiting and then we actually aren't that compatible. But the sex made me feel like I was compatible. So I feel like during the courting stage, it could be a good use of a strategy.
You want to try celibacy?
I'll try with you.
Oh, shit.
We could do it for 30 days.
Fuck.
Do it a month.
Even a couple of weeks is You like.
All right,
It ain't-
I'll go
Start
easy.
with-
Yo, do a 14-day trial, bro.
Let's
You know what I'm
say
saying?
Okay, let's do like a week. Let's do a week. And then once we do a week, we might be like, hey, we did a week already. We can do,
I would-
You know
When
what?
you
I do
come
have
back,
a.
you
Can
come
I ask
back,
you a
you need
personal
something.
question?
yeah.
You know.
Can I ask you a personal question?
Yeah.
Like, no disrespect, ladies, to any of y'all, but this is for us men knowledge.
Yeah.
When you practice celibacy, it's no having your man time, right? Like meaning, like you don't.
Masturbate.
Yeah, I'm glad you said it.
I mean, I'm not making rules on, like, I made my, I have my own joint. I don't though, because I don't because that is also like part of it for me. Part of this for me is the feel or the feel like I need to release. You know what I'm saying, physically, when it's really I need to release it to God. I need to be able to put it outside of, my own ability. So that's the part of the flesh that I kind of kill off. Yeah, I could. Yeah, anybody could do that. You know what I'm saying? And kind of please themselves. And sometimes it's even hard now. I've kind of challenged myself to not even do that. Because it's constant building. Like, it's always a challenge inside of the challenge for me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm seeing it like, all right, now I'm strong in this area. Now I know that when I say I'm going to do something, I could do it. And I follow through on it. But if that's your rule, you know what I'm saying? If you want to, and y'all just not with each other and you entertaining yourself, I mean.
You sound like you training for a fight. Like you about to be a boxer.
It's spiritual warfare, bro. Like, for real. Like, it's spiritual, but it's also mental toughness that you really got to go through. You got to go through that fire. Absolutely. Because how, like, that wouldn't, now let me think of it like, if I'm initiating this, right, and you like, all right, we're not gonna do this, but you can do that, it's not level, it's not practice for both. I think it should be something that both of us are doing. So if it's the rule that we set, right, the rules, so if that's okay, then that's okay. If it's not, then it's not.
So let me ask you this: with y'all being I really admire y'all being celibate, right?
Thank you.
Not for us though, baby.
It ain't
If it ain't for everybody.
Nah, it definitely ain't for everybody.
But I would say with y'all being celibate, do y'all still practice y'all love languages, and do y'all know each other love languages?
Yeah.
Give me his 5 love languages.
I don't know.
See, I got you. I ain't gonna first.
No, I do. He's a lover, so I know he enjoys physical touch. And I think his number one is words of affirmation.
Gotta talk nice to me, man.
Yeah.
You gotta know how to talk to
Do
me.
he talk nice?
Like,
to
he
you?
wants to know that I'm listening to what he's saying. I understand, and that we're learning and we're always growing together. He talks to me nice all the time. There's not been one time that he's not talked to me nice.
I gotta
And
go up
that's-
and get there because I'll be mean sometimes.
Yeah.
Yo.
I just want to ask you.
Not to say that he's never been upset.
Oh, all right. So
I'll be
Disappointed.
upset.
He'd
Don't
be
get it
upset.
twisted.
He'd be upset. But
This celibacy thing turns sexual frustration up. So frustrations be through the roof sometimes. I'm not gonna hold you.
Won't he do it?
I'm not zenned out and like completely calm all the time.
Yeah.
Sometimes I get to the point of my frustration peaks. However,
Keep talking. I just thought about something.
yeah, my frustration might peak, but it comes back down. You know what I'm saying? It's peaks and valleys. But I think that communication, if I consider myself to be a good communicator, I have to know how to speak, choose my words wisely, speak with kindness, know the energy that I'm sending with the words that I'm speaking, and all of that matters with how I'm receiving things. Because if she's not in the space to receive me and I'm speaking unkindly, that's not going to do nothing. Mm-hmm.
So quick, fast. I did some corny shit and did my research on you, right? I heard back in the day you used to sing, and I heard you could sing. So before I ask you about to ask you, I'm gonna ask you first.
yeah.
How often do he sing to you? And what's your favorite song? And if you could tell me what's your favorite song, can you send me 2 bars on her favorite track?
Wow. Okay. So, fun fact, on our first date, he sang to me.
I told you, Kay. I told you, Kay. I told you, Dr. Kay. I told you.
And I melted in his arms because I had nobody had ever sung to me like that. And I don't even think it wasn't cheesy. It was very authentic. And he sang Music Soul Child. I forget the name of the song. But it's a beautiful song. I had never heard it before.
If you know what songs we talk about, give me 2 lines. And then I got another question for you. I told you I did my research. I was waiting for you to get up here.
Yeah.
You don't have to sing that song, but
Nah.
what's the name of that song?
It was Who Knows.
Who knows?
It was Who Knows.
Sing it right here on Spark FM, Bedroom Topics.
He's good for people.
Come on. Y'all family, y'all want to hear it? The family want to hear it.
I don't know why.
Y'all want to hear it? Family want to hear it. Give me 2 lines. Good, then it goes to my next question.
Dang, I wasn't prepared for this one.
I know.
I was just talking. I wasn't gonna come to sing, but
You have to look in her eyes.
I gotta do that. It's the only way I feel comfortable. I mean, make him mad.
He gave it a hand. It's Bedroom Topics. We waiting.
That doesn't help, you know.
It don't help.
My bad.
Words leave me and everything. All right. I'm gonna come with because I'm a little loud. Who knows? Somehow this night just might be launched into a place where our emotions can grow if we let them go. 'Cause who knows what may happen if we act on our attractions and lose ourselves inside the world made for us and no one else. Hey girl, just let me love you.
Y'all like my voice, Sean? Did y'all like my voice? Did y'all like my voice?
I wasn't even prepared for it, but I felt like I was like, he wouldn't do that to me.
Nah, but you
Now
know.
I didn't see that coming.
But I
Thank
heard.
you, babe.
That's my joint. I love it.
Right. See, people love. Yo, listen, this Bedroom Topic. But quick, fast, I just got to ask you
job.
something. I heard you're going to Christian gospel. I heard you got a new project coming out outside of fixing houses and all other stuff. I also heard that you buying him a new Benz. Nah, I know I didn't hear that, but
I speak that.
Thank you for speaking that.
Thank you for speaking that.
and I heard you're gonna buy her 2 houses.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know,
He gonna build them.
Yeah.
Come on. Definitely won't he do it.
yo, listen, I know me be joking around this time, you know, to start people up, but I commend y'all too. I have to give y'all flowers because what y'all practicing, what y'all doing is not easy.
Yeah, man.
And I know I'm going to be frustrated if my wife comes to me tomorrow like, baby, I want to practice celibacy. But that's the journey I'm willing to take with you.
Just don't weaponize it.
No. That's the thing too.
I'm going on a celibacy break.
Let's say that for the audience. Don't weaponize it.
You gotta want to do it. Yeah, it's really for cleansing.
Cleansing. Let it be a journey for you and your partner. To when you guys come back together, it's magnifying. It's like, oh my God, like literally, you feel like it's the first time. So that's the point of, I believe, of going through this journey. So.
Well, also doing it, but I'm also tracking stuff. So I'm really interested in creating a program for it. Just kind of something that people can look at and kind of follow if they're interested in doing that thing for 14 or 30 or 45 or 60 days. Just things that you can also implement in your relationships so that it helps to kind of take the focus off of that and into other things. So we're in development stages with
That
that.
would be dope. I think, you know, a lot of couples could, you know,
Yeah.
would use it.
Yep.
I'm not gonna say could, but they would use it. I think this would be something.
Premarital, and marital, you know, strategies.
Yeah,
definitely.
especially for the premarital.
Yeah.
I think that would be really, really dope because, you know,
You
you're
know
supposed
you're
to
not
be saving yourself for your husband anyway. So.
You're so beautiful. But you know you're not the only one that sing, right?
Okay.
Come on, bro.
Let me hold your hand, baby.
I see a woman up, woman it up. Oh.
That's enough for y'all. Yeah, chill. I got a hand talent too. I had to think about that for like 20 seconds. You know what I mean? Like he can't out-sing me.
It was perfect. That's the only way you could go. You gotta go music and Maxwell. That's it.
Fun fact, even though he can't sing, he sung to me too, remember?
But why you say I can't sing?
Hey, yo.
See, but why you laughing? T?
No, nah, yo, the truth.
He was saying his favorite song by what's his face there? Jaheim.
Jaheim.
No, it wasn't Jaheim.
I love Jaheim too.
No, it was Life Jennings.
Yeah. Oh. Must be nice.
That was one of
Yeah.
his favorite songs.
Come on
And
now.
yeah, he kept singing it. I'm like, he's cute.
I think it's
Oh, he's
super
cute.
dope. I think it's super dope when someone's just singing, regardless of if they can sing or that's not their thing, because she be singing to me and she'll be like, but I love it because I know that's not simple. She enjoys doing it. She enjoys music.
I'm glad you said that because my best friend, Tima says, thank the creator, Chris, stop singing.
No,
So she
no,
thinking
keep
God that-
it. It ain't
Like,
about
Timmy's
you.
like, what's up here?
It ain't
What
about you. It's
on.
how we enjoy just letting it out. And we ain't around the house all that.
Tima just mad because she don't got a man singing her more fire. Here come the girl, I'm sugar. The girl, don't do that to me, Tima.
Not them singing that.
She gonna curse me out with them all.
Right.
So let me ask you, favorite time of the day to spend with each other? Random question. Let's pick it up real fast.
All day.
All
All day.
All
All
day.
day. All day. All day.
Yeah. We do everything together?
We do everything together.
I think that's corny.
You remember that cling question y'all asked last?
I think
We
that's corny.
clingers.
I think
For
that's
sure.
corny. So when I
You
say
really gonna say you really gonna sit here and
All right,
say that?
you want us to
I'm
choose
just-
a specific time?
that's
of
what I
day?
want, like y'all favorite time of the day. To say all day is like that's so cliche. Like I know y'all enjoy spending the time together, but like what's y'all most valuable time? Like I feel like lately.
So I'm gonna say we're together all the time.
No, hold on. I'm about to say like lately I'm starting to feel like I appreciate bedtime more. You know, the whole
His
day.
ass was-
Yeah, just because I'm sleeping every minute, but like, you hold me
No,
while I
so I
sleep.
get it, yeah.
So it's like that. That's my time of the day, like bedtime. Because I know at the end of the day, even though we all together, you'd be moving and shaking, but that's my favorite time because you ain't arguing with me, you ain't yelling at me, you ain't screaming at me, you just sleep.
I say the morning then. I'll say the morning.
I like that. I was gonna say the morning.
Because
time
we
for
wake
me,
up,
too.
we get into our thing, and then on the way to work, you know what I'm saying? I think one of my favorite times is when I'm taking her to work, I'll drop her off, and we had that moment, and usually I'm leading in prayer, but when she be in her prayer bag, man, I'm words of affirmation type of person, so that's at the height of it. She praying, that's it for me. So the morning times.
Go ahead, I ask you because I have a personal main question I have to ask you. My wife asked me it, and I'm gonna ask you because I feel like I'm just gotta ask you. But go ahead.
What am I answering?
What's your favorite
Favorite
time?
time?
I like our bedtime routine these days. I feel like we just moved, so it's been a lot during the day. So like at night, showering, getting in bed, getting the kids settled if we need to get them settled, has been feeling good. Yeah.
I'm going to ask them. Question you asked me. The morning time is the most crucial time for us men. Our blood is overflowing.
I can't answer that question.
How do you compress the urge of morning breakfast?
Listen.
My alarm goes off, or her alarm goes off. When I wake up, she's not. I stay sleeping until she gets out of bed, and usually, I'm in the bed by myself, so I then get up and I'll be all right. But yeah, that is challenging. That'd be the favorite.
That used to be. That used to be the favorite.
And pardon me for 1 second, Tima. You wonder why I asked this question? Because Pastor T and First Lady Mind Your Business is practicing celibacy, so they've given us a lot of tools. I know you've been busy today, but they give it a lot of tools to help relationships and to help men and women build a relationship to become better. So that's why we're talking about it. Not to be a any personal bedroom or anything like that, but that's why we asked. But my next question. I want to ask you.
Yes.
Hearing a conversation today, what's one thing that you admired? What's one thing that you learned? And what's one thing you will try? Don't try celibacy. Don't try that. But go ahead.
I admire the fact that they are doing it. You know what I mean? That's not something that's easy to do, especially where you've already been intimate with each other sexually. So you already know what it feels like. And then to not do it and still be connected, I think is super, super dope. And that's one thing I did learn is how to connect in different ways, intimately, without sexual intercourse. You know, how can I connect with you more on a different level besides just wham bam thank you ma'am, you know what I'm saying? And we
Why
really
you have to say it like that, though?
I'm just saying, like
you make me sound
you
like
know,
I'm sliding
old
in the
school.
street.
I be talking old school talk sometimes, but just to release ourselves or whatever. So, and anything I want to try, I'm not going to say celibacy. I'm not going to say that.
I'm not
but
bringing it
I
back.
would want to try different things to connect us more intimately, if that makes sense.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what I would like.
So let me ask y'all this. I will start with you. I don't like asking you questions. When y'all create y'all practice schedules, that's what I'm going to call it, right?
Practice schedule.
When y'all create y'all practice schedules, right, which I think is dope because it sets you, it gives you the option of having limitation to create your own guideline, which I totally respect. But when it comes to your practice schedule and the temptation to get hard, do you go to coach and say, I'm struggling in practice, this is how I feel? How do y'all come to terms to say, you know what, we both on the same page, we can backtrack this time, but moving forward, it has to be this or it has to be that? I asked you. I couldn't ask I couldn't ask First Lady that. That's uncomfortable.
Right.
First Lady, mind your business. She just said mind your business.
So I'll recall a time where we did backslide, right? And I think that it's important that I look at or make mention of just where I was spiritually, because I knew it was something that I struggled with when I did, even though this was with someone that I loved, it wasn't with like no random John or nothing like that. I still felt that my commitment was with God and it wasn't with her, you know what I'm saying? So I felt like after those moments, I had to have that one-on-one time where I was like, dang, I'll let you down, or like, I gotta be better. I gotta tell myself I gotta be better, or I know that I could be better. And then it might be like the next time, or the next day, or, whatever. It's like, all right, maybe, I'll bring up like, she might ask me, so is this gonna be, you know what I mean? And I'm like, I think so. I think it's what we know that we gotta do, because this is what we're signing up for. So even though we slid, it's important that we recover and that we get stronger. You know what I'm saying? And every time it's been that we've gotten stronger about it. So now it's like, and even though issue. You know, so coach, I'd be like, coach, you see me, I'm looking crazy out here. You know what's up? I know I gotta be better. I'm gonna do it. I got you. I'm gonna play harder. And then we get on the team, we on the court, and I'm like, yo, we gotta play harder. Let's tighten it up. You know, what do you think? No, I agree. She's in agreement with me. So because we're both in agreement, we can move and we're on the same page.
So I have a
I'm glad you asked the question.
I
I'm
like
glad.
your question.
I have a curious question as I'm listening to you talk. So the times that you guys did like backslide, you guys didn't wake up in the morning feeling good as shit. Like damn, like I feel great.
Yeah.
Even though I know we weren't supposed to go there with
It'd be
each
like,
other.
so about last night. Like, is she? Yeah.
We went on vacation.
We went on,
We
like,
went on vacation. And
You vacationing.
We vacationed.
We vacationed. Like,
All right, guys.
you know, it was.
and I think after that, like we came back home and we knew we were like, all right, we
Yeah.
gotta
Back to reality.
pack it up. You know, we
Yeah.
have fun. We know what it's like. We know how much fun we can have and how we can connect. But it was more so like, let's get back to the commitment that we said we were gonna do. Like we can't keep opening and closing the store.
Door,
Like if the
yeah.
store's gonna be closed, let's close it. Let's be focused. Let's get to this, you know, not to say the finish line. I don't think we're in a rush to get married just for the fact that we want to have sex. I think we are both in agreement. We want to take our time and make sure that, you know, all parts of us are in alignment and that this is something that we want to do for a lifetime because it is. We want to go in there successful. Yeah.
So, I'm glad you said that, right? So, I want to ask you two things, respectfully. The first one is, do you have a time span on how long y'all should wait to get married? That's the first one I'm going to ask. Like, yeah.
I think we're going to know when it's right. There's a few housekeeping things I think that we got to do and take care
I
of.
want to throw that in the way.
We want to. There's some housekeeping we got to. You know, some personal matters we got to take care of before we get there. But other than that, I think, like, I don't know what tomorrow has to hold, but I think every day, like, I know we're getting closer, and that feels good to me.
So I'm glad you said that.
Hold on, real quick, Tima. It was the gentleman who proposed this celibacy in the relationship. Just to answer your question, one of our viewers kind of came in late, so she's catching up. But it was the guy. It was the gentleman.
Yeah, it was on me.
So
My fault.
let me ask you. So you feel like it's getting closer each and every day. Forgive me, First Lady, for asking you this. But are you okay with, as being a woman, proposing to a man? So be mindful. I asked you that because remember, Chrissy proposed to Jim Jones. So do you see yourself as a woman saying, you know what?
No.
I'll get a woman and propose to him, or you want him to do it to you?
I do not see myself proposing. And not to say that, like, we talk about it. I've told him, he knows where I stand. He knows that I'm in this for marriage. And if he knows my intention, then I'm maybe I don't know if it's old school, but I think that I'm allowing him to make the proposal.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
That's my question. I'm about to ask you. If she had proposed to you, would you have said yes or no?
Yeah. I
You
mean,
said yes.
we're already in a space where, mind you, we live together, right? We've lived together. We're in our second lease right now at this point. So that's over a year, right? If she decided that she wanted to propose to me, get down on one knee on a beach or something like that.
Not giving the idea.
Like no pedals.
You know what I'm saying? Down on one knee on a beach while, you know, somewhere tropical.
Not Boston Beach.
I'm gonna say it. Nah, not Carson Beach. Nah, no, please no. We got too much respect. I would accept it because it don't even matter. The end goal is marriage, right? I already know, like, technically, if we're already speaking and engaging in the conversation on marriage, like, yeah, but I'm the type of person that want to roll out, want to make it special. I'm a romantic, so I think that it would be out of tradition for me to do it any other way. Anyway, she just ain't gonna know the how, the when, or none of that. But I know that it's definitely gonna be projected real soon.
You look like you boiling in your skin. Like,
No, I'm just saying. I'm not asking you to marry me. I wasn't gonna do that.
why ain't worth it?
You are definitely worth marrying, but I was not gonna get down on one knee and ask you.
No.
Yeah, that's
That's
it's a
wild.
bold
I don't
thing.
know who does that.
Yeah, I
You've
was just
been on one
not
knee,
gonna
right?
Do that.
How? Yeah. How did
Never
you?
been
How
on
did
one
you?
knee.
How did you propose?
Lies. You
Y'all
did
just-
in front of my mother. You lies. You.
How did?
told me.
Let's talk
Don't
about
you
that. Like,
do
how?
it.
What
I
was
got
this?
it on
Like,
video.
what was that?
I got on one knee.
He did.
Right. So
in
you
front
know
of my mama.
the act and the idea of proposing and getting down on the knee to ask someone, like, I wouldn't expect, that'd be surprising. That'd be real surprising for me. Like, but I wouldn't expect it.
I just think is demising to a man if a woman proposed to a man, because you're taking away the man's manly traits
Yeah.
as the man. It's like
Yeah.
it's like
You
yeah,
can't-
you're
you can't
leading
wait.
versus following.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
like you're leading, not following. versus-
wait.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
you know I want to marry you. Gonna do it and beat me to the punch.
So let me ask y'all this: what's 3 major goals that y'all have for the last couple of months of the year that can enhance your relationship?
Oh yeah, going into 2026. Ooh,
We right
wee.
there. It's right there.
know.
Continue to walk, continue our spiritual journeys. As a couple, we got an office and we got a board that we like writing on and writing things and bringing things to life. So one big thing. I don't even know. We have so many things on that board and we're just checking them off as we're doing, but it's just to keep growing, keep going. That's probably the biggest thing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask you next same question. What do you have like planned for like the next couple of months throughout the year?
It's a party, and I'm ready
Yeah,
to
so
sing.
that's right.
So playing the party, but I hope and pray for the next few, I would say weeks. So I'm gonna say 2 months, but a couple of weeks left into the new year comes, to continue our journey with God too, because me and you have definitely been working on getting closer to God in our own way and together. So definitely want that journey to continue to, blossom, and get closer to God and stuff like that. And yeah, like I said, we're playing a party, baby. My baby's turning 40. We
Okay.
outside.
Oh.
I'm
When's
no
your
longer
birthday?
BOY
When?
January 2nd.
Okay.
So you
That's
doing a
fine.
New Year's something or?
We're gonna talk off the air.
Yeah, come
Quick
on, man.
fast. So when I guess asked the question, how old are y'all guys?
She said she's
38.
just curious.
38. We're both 38.
38.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all YNs too.
Yeah,
Hi.
Yeah.
and
We're 87, baby.
87. Get it.
86. You know the vibe. Yeah. That's the answer to that question. So I'm gonna go around the room one time. Before I say this, they work together. Don't get any indication, anything else after that. When you book one, you book both.
you sound like
One does the visionary, they both do the physical, one collects the check, the other one just shut up and enjoys his life. So when you book one, understand you're gonna see both. I know y'all do construction together, I know y'all remodel houses together, I know y'all are doing a lot of things together. Give us your company name. Where can people find you to book you if your houses, if their houses are messed up? They're not relationship therapists.
Nah.
They don't give advice. Where can they buy your Christian CD when it's coming out? Right? These are things that's running through my mind while we talking. But what advice would you give people to strengthen their relationship? And so you're actually telling them about your business. And what one advice you would give to strengthen their relationship?
I think the relationship piece, and it's taken me 38 years to learn, is be authentic to who you are. Show up as who you are from day one and communicate that to your partner. And that way, there's always going to be that connection. There's always going to be you just know that you're putting the work in being yourself, and you're putting everything out on the table. And therefore, if anything else, right, like if the person decides to walk out or whatever the case is, y'all go your separate ways, at least you know that you are who you are. And it feels so much better to be loved for who you are than, putting up whatever front you think that you need to put up for somebody else to love you. Because it's like, if they're not loving you for who you are, then, And the way to be authentic to who you are is, through God. So.
Amen to that.
Amen. Tima, just quick, fast. You said Tima says she can't see you. So earlier in the show, I introduced her as First Lady, Mind Your Business. She didn't want to be on the camera, so just please forgive her. She said, mind your business. She just don't want to be on camera.
I love to meet Tima in person. So.
That's my bestie. That's my bestie. I'm trying to get her to come out here
you.
next week, but she ain't going to come.
She'll be out soon.
She will?
Yeah, we'll get her out.
Cat. Anyway.
We'll get her out.
Tell me. You didn't tell me where can we find
the name
that?
of the
Okay, so I work with my partner.
Her husband.
Thank you for speaking that.
Into existence, facts.
Velocity Construction and Design. And I also work for a hard money lender. So for people who are real estate investors who need access to private money, I'm a good connection for that too. Rhode Island, Massachusetts. We do business in other states as well.
Tell the truth, she's the only connection. So for the win, make sure y'all tap in. What it was again?
I work for a hard money lender in Rhode Island.
All right.
Yeah.
Pastor T, talk to me. What advice, final advice you going to give us, and where can we find you at?
All right. Advice. What I flow the hardest with, Matthew chapter 6, verse 33. Seek ye first the kingdom of God and all his righteousness, live righteously, and all these things will be added unto you. I feel like if you put him at the top of it, all of the things that's where all the blessings flow. So everything, abundance, that's where it starts. And it flows to you, and you just allow God to use you and let it flow through you. Velocity Construction and Design. We've been working adamantly with that and just continuing to build trust in construction. I've been doing more project coordination, so I'm not really all in, hands in. My team, I got a great team of contractors that I work with, and I enjoyed, the time that we get to do the design work and all of the headache stuff that not a lot of people like doing. So that's where we find our joy in the design, picking out things, helping the clients with, if they're not sure what they want for products or for the design, we help them, walk them right through that. That's my joy, right?
I was about to say, even if they're not at the level of like, we're ready to remodel, we're ready to buy an investment property, we hang TVs. So, we do things as small as like, if you want your TV hung, if you need light fixtures changed up in the home.
Everything. Like I'm out here hanging IKEA cubbies, fire designs though, just the way, any way you want to do it.
Let me just say this, ladies and gentlemen. He could fix the White House. She can create the White House. You put both of them together, we're going to have a South Shore end. Miss J.
Yes.
You got anything going on? What's your final message?
I'm glad to be off on Tuesday. Shout out to all the veterans.
Hey,
Yes.
thank you for your services.
Yes, thank you guys
I
for your
appreciate y'all. Thank you.
services. I have vets in my family, my brother, you know, a lot of people, my uncle and stuff. So shout out to them. What we got going on? Make sure you tune in tomorrow morning for the morning show with Saucy and Friends, of course, so they can, you know, go through the great weekend that we had in Boston, and there was a lot of fun-filled things going on. I got to give a quick shout-out to Pam Pam. Pam Pam is one of our, you know, she has a show on Spark FM, one of our radio personalities, and her and her team did an awesome job and did a fashion show in the studio today. And from the pictures and from the talks that I've heard, it was, wasn't you know, able to come, but I want to give her a big shout out. She works hard. I've known her for a very long time, and to do something like that, to have young ladies, young teenagers, little girls just strutting their stuff and, you know, modeling clothes and feeling good about themselves, was a really dope thing, you know, for her to do. So I wanted to just give her flowers in that, and just, you know, keep doing what you're doing, girl, because that was super, super dope. Yeah,
dope,
definitely
dope,
super,
dope.
super dope. But you know, Spark FM, we got some, you know, things coming up for the new year, 2026. There's gonna be a lot of, you know, might see some new faces, might see some new shows, might see more events going on here at Spark FM. So I'm really excited for what 2026 is gonna bring us. I'm so grateful and thankful for you guys coming on the show. I thought this was super informative. When I first met you guys and we were briefly talking about this, I kept saying to my husband, like, we got to get them on the show. Like, people are not even going to believe this. Like, we got to get them on the show.
We
like,
out here unicorns.
Yeah, like, you got to get them on the show, because I feel like it enlightened a lot of people. It enlightened me. You know, I don't know if it enlightened you, but I think it enlightened some people. And not to say everybody's going to be like, oh, I want to be celebrating my relationship. But to what I said earlier, they may look at some different ways to be more intimate with their partner versus just going straight for the intercourse part, which you know it's going to come. So, yeah.
So quick fast before I get my last statement. My best friend, Tima, said they need y'all in New York.
Yeah, Brooklyn needs y'all.
They need y'all in New York.
Hey, man.
Tima, to answer your question, if you need them in New York, it's going to cost more. They work is tremendous. I seen them put a fish tank in a wooden floor. I've never seen no shit like that. But I'm going to say this. I don't got nothing going on throughout the week.
Yeah,
y'all know me, y'all know me. I lay low and let my hair grow. But I will say this. A form of intimacy can be overlooked if you don't know how to communicate. Trust in the fact that God has his best interest in you, and know your worth. Appreciate the precious cargo that you have, and not treat it like it's a blow-up toy. Understand love is deep and it's real, but unfortunately, I'm going to home and tell you how I feel. This is another different bedroom topic. I'm out. We appreciate y'all guys. Tune into the morning show, and I will say this. Tomorrow's not promised to nobody. Make sure you live your last day, which like is your best day. And I must say, I'm on my way, Miss J. Good night. We out. Bedroom topic. We'll be back next Sunday. You know the vibe.